that. First of all, me and Molly have never fought, ever. I hear my family not family. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kari. I'm Molly's older sister. And best friend, obviously, because I'm standing next to her. So I wrote you a little poem, but first of all, I have a few words for you. I just want to let everybody know how much I love my BB sister. Not only did I get a best friend the day she was born, I got my first word, which was BB. And I also want to point out to you that you've taught me more about life than anyone I know. Obviously, except for Mary Kay and Ashley Olsen. They were a big influence. But, I mean, you've taught me everything from how to put on makeup, how to plan a beautiful wedding off Pinterest. But most of all, you taught me how to let an amazing guy come into your life and love you the way that every girl deserves to be loved by a man. And so, without further ado, I have this little poem for you. So, I hope you all enjoy it. All right. I promise I won't sing, Molly. Okay. I have a few words I'd like to say, and when it comes to speech, there's no better way than try to poem a few short lines. I promise this won't take up too much of your time. Remember to those days when we were kids, sneaking off to Grandma's bathroom where we hid, mixing perfumes, lotions, and powders, where the fun was great, the giggling louder. This may seem strange to bring up these concoctions, but after all, it's not like we did it that often. We did. But I have a point, and it is this. Steve's love concoction was no miss. Again, thinking back on those good old days, I think of other concoctions that we made, like staying up late to make that Dr. Seuss cake, although those clues we left were no mistake. Or that time we put a bowl on a chair. We laughed and laughed and I knew she was going to laugh. Wow. Good times we had together as kids, especially recording those dancing vids. Also, I couldn't let it go unsaid about those fantasies you had in your head. You swore one day you'd marry Ben Affleck, but you did much better in a way that's drastic. Lastly, recall those times you would run away. Well, now you have the perfect place to stay, a place that you have made your own. But just remember, there's no place like home. And now, Steve, this part's for you, although I'm sure it's nothing new. The girl by your side is my best friend, and like the Spice Girls say, friendship never ends. As I'm sure our good friends know, when it comes to my sister, anything goes. There's nothing that I wouldn't do to make your every dream come true. And although this goes with no need for reason, waiting for today was waiting for football season. I know you've been getting rather antsy, but now I pronounce you Mrs. Negative Nancy. I'm sorry, folks. Let's wrap this up, but not before we raise our cups. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Sparks. May you always have joy and love in your hearts.
That's the first time that's ever happened.